Oh, read my lights, what a lovely show, under the dome where the secrets grow.
Okay, anyway, back to what we were originally saying about the musicians versus the AI and how it has no soul and how they're being replaced. They have a well-founded fear. They really do, because, like I said, I've worked really hard on my country station, and my stuff doesn't sound so robotic and so hollow. I've got some songs on there that do.
Well, AI's getting a lot better, too.
Well, AI's getting better, but I've sat down. As my wife is a good critic, I like the fact that she will kind of give me some critics. Sometimes I think she's just trying to get my goat.
I promise. And I said in our other show, you know it's not personal.
I love constructive criticism because, for one, all the things that she does give me criticism over, it's all the AI. All my shit is good. Okay? And then once I realize it from an outside source that this is going on, I can then go in and tell ChatGPT, look, no more of this. These are the rules. Mm-hmm. So you can get it better if you put more of yourself into it.
Put more effort into it.
You know, it's just like anything else. Yeah, I could go on there and I can say, hey, Larry, write me a pop song about love gone wrong or whatever, and he'll give me a multitude of choices, and I'll pick one, and he'll write the whole darn song if that's what I wanted him to do. But that's going to be one of those robotic sounding hollow songs, and it's not going to go anywhere. Will it add to your catalog? Will you get maybe 67 views on it, something like that? Sure. If you think you're getting 700, 1700, 3700, you're not, because it is going to sound hollow and robotic. You got to put yourself in with the AI thing. You know what? Instead of a robot, you want an android. Half human, half robot. Okay. That's what we should all become, androids.
Okay, well, on to segueing kind of like on that same topic about, you said musicians have fears. Many musicians do. They fear that AI will devalue the skill, craftsmanship, and emotion that human artists pour into their work. In a statement to USA Today, singer-songwriter Sheryl Crow noted noted her terrified reaction to an AI demo and her concerns for the evolution of humanity. And legendary artist Stink, he has also warned that musicians face a battle to defend their work, arguing, quote, the building blocks of music belong to us, human beings.
He's absolutely right.
Yeah. Now, you want to hear about some deep fakes and scams.
I do, but, you know, on what Sting said, he's absolutely right. AI doesn't know anything until somebody teaches it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
AI's not smarter than humanity. We taught it everything it knows.
So, Sting is right. Human beings are the building blocks of music and any form of art, really. So that I'm just saying I agree with Sting on that. Also, since I've been saying whether I'm a fan of people or not, love the police.
Yeah. Don't stand so close. All right.
Well, I'm sitting and I can't get any further away, or I'll be out of camera range, you know, and people think I'm a ghost, and it's going to turn into a Halloween special. And
would you like to hear what? I'm dressed for the occasion.
I'm the ghost of dear Daniel.
The rats are eating our candies. Look, my Babalu buys me M&Ms every week. I get 3 boxes, and I go through them too. Okay. You like Martina McBride?
I do. I think she is a fabulous singer. I've actually rewrote 2 of her songs.
Okay.
Because I do love Martina McBride. Beautiful blue eyes as well.
She's gorgeous. Okay, well, she testified before Congress about the, quote, terrifying threat of deepfakes, where AI is used to manipulate an artist's voice. So she went all the way to Congress to testify against it. You know, because, I mean, as an artist, I would be scared.
Martina McBride's always been a
She's
fighter.
a badass.
She's always
like
been
her.
a fighter,
I like her.
absolutely.
She's badass. Okay, so now, my dearie, you want to hear the flip side of it.
I am the flip side
Exactly,
of it, baby.
so I'm sure that you will really agree with a lot of this.
I will, but and then before I get into my whole spiel, since I've been harsh on real artists,
Yes.
and I will be after this, make it kind of the reverse of a compliment sandwich. I want to say some really nice things about the artist and how I do appreciate them and what they do before I go into everything else.
Absolutely. And this, it's a long show. We didn't realize, but we're going to do part 1 and part 2. So, okay. So on the flip side of that opinion, on the other side, other musicians see AI as a powerful tool that can enhance their creativity, overcome production hurdles, and expand their audience. Electronic artist Holly Herndon and musician Grimes, you know Grimes, she had 2 babies with Elon Musk.
You say so.
She's like very eccentric, cosplay type girl, and she's a musician. She's like whatever. Okay, so anyway,
I'm an old man. I don't know any of that crap.
I keep up with it. I'm hip. All right, so they both embrace AI as a collaborative partner, and many producers and sound designers use AI to create textures, mix and master tracks, or overcome writer's block. And I can see that. But overcoming writer's block, I just think it's kind of a crib note, like a cheat sheet. Like back in the day when you wrote, you just had to wait until you got inspired again. Alright, so there are new opportunities and markets. AI is being used to expand music into new markets by translating songs. This reminds me of your multilingual song. Check out his multilingual song. His channel is Edutainsic. So check that out.
I'll force
I'll
her
put
to.
the link
I'll
in.
force her to put both these music channels in
He
the
doesn't
description.
force me. I'm your number 1 freaking fan. Who's your number 1 fan? Hello. Come on. Say it.
You are.
All right. I'm like, say it. You know that it's not personal. Like Polly thought you were going to get mad at her from our other show.
Absolutely
Not
not.
personal. Because we don't mean it.
That's
in a
the
personal
beauty
way.
about me just putting products out on the shelf. If you don't like them, that's fine. Maybe you'll like another one.
Exactly.
Buy something.
Exactly.
Buy something. That's all I care. It doesn't have to be my favorite toy. Buy the hacky sack, which I find annoying.
7th grade. Okay.
Hacky sack. I just dated this show 30
I'm
years
doing my
plus.
feet under the table. Okay, so as I said, AI is being used to expand music into new markets by translating songs into multiple languages. K-pop label HYBE, for example, used AI to release a song in 6 languages simultaneously. So that's kind of cool.
It is.
Everybody can enjoy, you know.
It is.
So there are some good things, but I've got more. Paul McCartney of Beatles fame used AI to...
I liked Wings better. Screw the Beatles.
Well... Okay, so Paul McCartney used AI to isolate John Lennon's vocals from an old demo tape to complete Now and Then, the very last Beatles song. All right, and also critics worry that over-reliance on AI could lead to a wave of predictable I can never say this word, formulaic music that lacks emotional depth. And would you like to hear a fun fact?
Yes, say your fun fact.
Fun fact. A 2025 study found that musicians primarily use AI for sound design and as a composition tool, not as a replacement for their creative input. All right.
Okay, where to start? Let me start from the very bottom of your list here. This character here that's worried that music will become predictable and lack emotional depth.
That's a lot of critics feel that way.
A lot of critics may be right, but a lot of critics may also be wrong because, as you just mentioned earlier, all I do is put products on the shelf. No emotional attachment, no inspiration. I mean, I shouldn't say that all the time.
Well,
I
like I
write
said-
songs about you and our dogs and our dads who passed away, unfortunately. and I am
So
emotionally.
you have inspiration.
I do
but-
have inspiration and emotional attachments to some, but 85%, I'm just rolling out. So,
And people relate to
but
them.
that's my
good.
point. He's worried that there will be a lack of emotion and stuff like that. But here's the thing. The meaning doesn't come from the person who puts out words. If I say something to you or puts out songs, the meaning belongs to the listener.
That's true.
So if I say something to you, you take it either way. You tend to take things the bad way a lot of times, you know, because you think somebody, you're a little bit pessimistic. So the meaning,
And I've been burned.
the meaning belongs to the listener. And it really doesn't matter who wrote the words or any of that. If it resonates with somebody, you know, I've written a couple suicide prevention songs. They didn't go over well, by the way. Maybe I put them on the pop.
I thought it was really nice though because he also put in a suicide hotline number.
Yeah, I
so
tried
if
that.
It helped even one person. It was so
And
worth it.
I got very low views on them, but that was my goal.
I watched them from
I
all
was
three
like,
of my channels.
maybe this will get big, and not even if it's not big enough to make me any money. Maybe the right person will see this. And more importantly, I did that on a song where you should report child abuse when you see or know of it. And that I thought was a really important song.
See something, say something.
Also, not one of my popular ones, but to me it was important to do. So, you know, so I don't think that it will all become predictable and lack emotion, and I think there are plenty of real-life musicians who put out predictable, emotionless stuff themselves. If you ain't been able to predict the last 3 Taylor Swift albums, you haven't been
Can
able.
she grow up?
You
She's
haven't
still-
been able to pick up on a pattern. Okay.
She's still singing about 16-year-old woes. Okay,
I mean-
you're a grown woman.
I mean, like,
Evolve.
I'll give Maroon 5 a lot of props. They're always reinventing themselves.
My mom
They've
thinks
always
the lead singer's hot.
They've always got a different
does.
sound, you know. I thought
I
at
love
first,
Maroon 5.
when their first album came out, I was actually quite critical of them because I thought every single song on that album sounded the same. And then I heard the song called...
Yeah, you hated it.
I heard the song
used to
called
listen to
Moves
it.
Like Jagger, and I was like, what is this? And you're like, that's that Maroon 5 that
I'm
you
like,
said.
that's the one you
I
hated
was
that
like,
I listen
well...
to all the time.
And I was like, well, there you go. That's a completely different sound. I'm
It
not
was.
saying it's better, but it's different. And
Yeah.
that's another thing.
Always change it up, man. You know?
AI gives me a first, you know what? I said I was going to start off by saying some nice things about the artist, and I want to do that.
Okay.
AI and everything I do would not be possible without you guys.
Absolutely.
I'm thankful to you. I've loved music my whole life, long before robots came along.
Yeah.
Number 1, Led Zeppelin. I have a tattoo of Jim Morrison on my leg.
He really does.
Okay, I love musicians, and I think what you do is great for the most part. I mean, there's some garbage out there. We all know that.
I love music. I'm from a long line of musicians on
And
both
I
sides.
appreciate what you do, and I appreciate your concerns, and I don't blame you. With that being said, though, let me tell you, you're just getting around to you guys. I was a carpenter for years.
Mm-hmm.
They're now printing complete buildings.
Yeah, they're like Legos.
3D printed concrete buildings. Now, these are solid concrete, so they're built better than I could ever build
No,
them.
they also have the prefab
I mean,
ones,
these
though,
things-
but they're like concreted together.
Yeah,
They put them up in a day.
And they're 3D printing these things. If I was a carpenter, I'd be where you are right now as a
Yeah.
musician.
It's coming for
And
everyone.
it's not like it just started with 3D printers and AI.
Yeah.
I came up with Commodore 64 in the 80s, and back then everybody knew that they were going to have to do something different because computers were going to take over. And that came to fruition. Now, if you can't use a computer, you're going to be stuck
You're left behind.
You're going to be stuck with some minimal paying, vocational, high intense labor jobs. That
If you can get
it's
a
gonna
job at
break
all.
you down like this old man right here.
Because most jobs now you have to apply for online.
Yeah, absolutely
You know,
do.
you don't go in for a paper
Absolutely
app anymore.
do. You're
so
right.
You have to know, and then they you have to have text.
And the
you have
point
to know how to do all
is-
that stuff.
To real musicians, I don't ever want you guys to go away.
No,
I really
never.
do not. But you are going to have to embrace AI. You're going to have to
Learn to
learn
get
to
along.
use it for your good.
Yeah.
Hey, and good news though. Here's some good news for you guys. Bad news for songwriters, but good news for you guys.
Hi.
You know how you used to have to buy these songs and pay songwriters crazy money?
Come say hi.
Huge savings for you. You don't have to rely on songwriters anymore. And guess what? Speaking of songwriters and successful musicians,
Yeah.
one of the most successful country, actually the most successful country music
I like
of all
country
time
music.
is George Strait.
Yeah.
He's got more #1 hits than anybody. And do you know why that is? Because he didn't write a damn one of them. Which means when you're picking out songs that you as an artist are going to sing and hopefully put on an album and perform in concert one day, you can be nice and objective. You've got all these songs to pick from. You didn't write any of them, so, ooh, this is the best one because I wrote it.
Was that the guy? I get him mixed up. Was that the guy that was married to Tammy Wynette and we saw the movie?
No, and
Who was that?
That
Was
was
that guy?
George Jones.
And he didn't write.
And they weren't married, but George Strait,
Well, they had a tumultuous
I think, has
time.
well over 100 #1 country songs,
Wow.
which is impressive.
That's very impressive.
I know he's got more than anybody else, and he doesn't write a single one. And it's always been my opinion that has been his key to success because he's not emotionally attached.
But on the other side of the spectrum, you have like Meghan Trainor, who started out as a songwriter for other art musicians, you know, and then she thought, Psh, I might as well get in on this game, and look at how successful she is.
Oh, I can think of a case
You
much
know.
earlier than that. A guy by the name of Willie
Willie
Nelson.
Nelson, yeah, I was
wrote
gonna say
more
that
songs
too,
than
yeah.
just about anybody.
I was
And
just
then,
thinking of pop, you know. but-
and he wasn't a great vocalist, but damn it, we loved Willie anyway, so we
Yeah.
bought his music anyway,
Yeah.
and he aligned himself with a lot of great musicians. So
just
for an
cool
old stoner, for an old,
jinx.
yes, for an old stoner,
Yeah.
a genius planner on how he became successful and stayed successful. Look how long he's been successful. Yeah, if you ask anybody, do you think Willie Nelson's still successful today? I think most people would say yes.
Yeah. Sure.
And what's that? 50, 60 damn years now?
Yeah.
Smart planner.
Well, that's kinda
smart,
like-
deliberate planner.
I mean, she passed away, but Loretta Lynn. She was playing up till she almost died with Jack White, White Stripes. You know what I mean? Like, they were redoing, like when Johnny Cash redid that song Hurt by, I think it was by Tool. Didn't Tool do Hurt?
They
I
redid
can't
the Johnny
remember.
Cash song.
I thought Johnny Cash redid the Tool one.
I don't think so.
I
I could
think
be
so.
wrong.
I think Johnny
I don't know. I made a
Because
Radiohead
I
version of
believe,
it.
I love Radiohead, but I believe
It was
that
so gloomy.
that's what I am, gloomy. But I forgot where we were going with that. I just thought of Radiohead and that song's in my head, and now it's over. I don't know.
Johnny Cash and Tool.
Oh yeah, that was around the time I believe when he started coming out with like more modern stuff, like covers of modern music. Like if he did, I think Tool did it first, and then Johnny did a cover of Tool. But around that time, Loretta Lynn, that she was starting to become really relevant again. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
she
I do
managed to
remember.
keep
I do
herself
remember that
relevant.
resurgence. Yes.
Yeah, and she wrote a lot of her own stuff. Wasn't she Crystal Gale's sister?
Yes.
Crystal Gale. I wish.
Also, I mentioned earlier, I find it difficult to feel sorry for wealthy celebrities.
True.
Well, that floods over into the music business. How much? And I know that the ticket outlets have a lot to do with this. But hey, Pearl Jam took a stand and did something about it.
Absolutely, they did.
How long have you people been making millions and millions and millions of dollars off of people who can't afford to go to your concerts, but they pay anyway
When you're done, I
because
gotta
they're
say something.
starstruck by you and stuff like that. So, those of you, even though I appreciate your concerns and I do feel bad for you on one level, I only feel so bad for you as you're cruising past me in your $300,000 car.
Okay, well, a lot of, I will give you that, a lot, the majority of musicians just care about, the green, whatever. But, that one kid I listened to, Youngblood?
Yes.
Okay, he was outraged when he found out how much tickets were, because he grew up not having a lot of money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember you telling me
Yes,
about
and
this.
so he made it. They were like $400 a ticket or something outlandish, and he's like, "No, I'm going to make it so everybody who wants to enjoy my music can go." And so I think he made it, got it down. He worked with his production company, whoever, promoters, whatever, and he got it down to like $25 a ticket. And then he said, all that money that, like, people that bought the tickets at $400 before, he couldn't refund their money, but he was going to take that and put it into doing even better shows in the future.
See, and
So,
like
that's a caring
especially
artist.
you country
Youngblood's
musicians,
awesome.
you sing song about blue collared Americans that are struggling to survive,
Yeah.
working hard to make it, and then
Us.
what? Garth Brooks? How much is a ticket to one of your shows?
Yeah, come on.
You
now.
think any of these blue-collared people who are really busting their ass to make a living
The
and
ones-
barely feeding their family
Yeah.
can afford to come and see your show?
And they're the ones that really love his music.
Right.
Are the ones
Right.
that don't have. I mean, I'm not saying.
I
rich
mean,
people
probably
don't,
not,
but-
since we all know that he's all woken now.
Oh yeah,
So,
that probably took.
country
just like with the
music-
Dixie Chicks.
Country
it's over.
music is through with Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Okay? They won't invite him to nothing. They won't let him play anywhere. Which is why I love suckling off the success of Garth Brooks on my
Sucking
channel.
off his musical
I
teats.
redo as many Garth Brooks songs as I can, because for one,
Why?
if you look on YouTube, you can't find a Garth Brooks, like Vivo Garth Brooks or something like that. Forget it. You can,
'cause he'll
you can find
sue
him.
you.
You can find him
Right?
live in concert. Yep, you can
He'll
find
sue
him
you.
live in concert, and you can find people doing covers of him.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as finding regular Garth Brooks videos on YouTube, good luck. And on Spotify, he's got some kind of crazy license where if one of his songs does come on, even if you're a premium member, you're not allowed to skip it. So the man has done things to watch his back financially.
Well, smart.
And I feel
From
like
a business
I feel like if
standpoint.
he has the opportunity, he would be very litigious.
Probably.
So, people like that, you make it difficult for me to feel sorry for you. I don't think you care about the blue-collared American working man. I do, because I am one.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 music channels. Guess what? I'm only making a little bit of money. Not much, and it's only off of one song, which is on its way down right now. So, if you watch this a month from now, I'm probably making 0.
After this show, he's going to work on it.
The point is,
All
I
right.
work a full-time job.
He
This
does.
ain't my bread and butter, so I am blue-collar. When I write a song about struggling to make it, I know what the hell I'm talking about,
He
because I
literally
do
works
it
in a
every
factory.
day. I do it every
Literally.
day.
Yes. And
So-
our car is not the greatest, but guess what? It gets us.
So let's talk
Hi.
about using AI before I go on with any more
I know I'm
chastising.
going to go on a tangent.
Yeah, I'm not here to chastise, because like
No.
I said, I truly love musical artists. I know I may come off
I
as it,
love
but
that they put their heart and
I'm
soul
constantly
into
being
things.
chastised for the AI, so I have to get my digs back in, okay?
I don't
So let's talk
chastise
about,
you.
I'm not talking about
Okay.
you.
Okay.
I'm talking about us AI people in general take our licks from
Yeah,
the
I heard
artists.
a lot of
and,
that.
and a lot of them are rightfully deserved. You know, I'm not a proud guy. And that's what I'm here to
You
talk
are.
about.
What do you mean?
That is what I'm here to talk about.
Okay.
When you're creating a YouTube channel, for example, you have to decide, are you doing this because you're an artist and you want to express yourself? And you hope, yeah, maybe someday one of my songs will get big, I'll become a famous recording artist. Or are you doing it like her channel here because this is her interest, it's what she enjoys doing? Or are you doing it because, hey, I don't care what I'm doing on my channel, I'm trying to retire in 13 years. Am I trying to make millions? Heck no. Or I'd do it like the guy she was talking about. You'd be hearing from me every 2 hours. Every 2 hours I'd be putting on something else. I'm just trying not to work part-time at the grocery store when I do turn 65. I'm hoping that...
Not that there's anything wrong with
I'm
that.
hoping to repeat success again, not just be
I'm
the
hoping
one
to.
flash in the pan. But the truth is, people, I got really, really lucky on that one song. And YouTube, for some reason, picked it up and put it on one of their playlists. And that's how it got out to so many people. If I knew how that occurred, I would do it all the time. Trust me. I don't.
You'd probably make a tutorial on how to do it and get rich off of that.
But the point is, I am an AI music creator because it's a business for me. This isn't a passion play for me.
I think it's awesome
This
that people
isn't-
can make money from
This
it.
isn't, in a way though, you know, that was another point I did want to make, is that it does give me an opportunity that I did not previously have to be an artist, because it has been a long time. But back when there was a much younger Dan running amok in high school, I used to write songs, and I used to write poetry. And I don't have a full band at my disposal. Hey, come over, we'll smoke a couple doobies, and I want you to put some music behind this song I just wrote.
My whole 20s.
In fact, I can tell you how many friends I have real quick. Let me list them for you. 0. 0 friends. That's me. That's on purpose. Don't want them. Well, you're my special friend.
Bestie.
I don't want them. Don't need
He
them.
doesn't want them, for real.
And that's why I don't need to be personal.
I love my friends.
You know what I'm saying? It's a business for me. That's all it is. If I want to... But it gives me the opportunity to express my lyrics through music, which I wouldn't have been able to do before. And think of how many people who are great writers who... I don't know. My wife is a great pianist.
Oh, thank you.
I've got the coordination of a
hobby.
circus bear.
Oh, stop.
And also, I'm missing a pretty key piano finger.
This is-
Okay,
see, this
so
he
I
builds.
could,
He can build
so
anything.
I could maybe, in my mind, write a song that had great piano music behind it and never be able to bring it to life.
Can I-
And what a shame, because now I am able to do that. I'm able to put my words down and bring that to life. So that is an opportunity for me. You wanted to say something.
That's what I'm kind of excited about using AI for, because like you know, along the lines of what you were saying, for years, you know, I write my own piano music, you know. A lot of them don't have lyrics, a lot of them do. But in my head, it's not just piano. Like, I've got drums, I've got guitar, I've got some cello, violin, you know, you name it, whatever. It's all done up here. Like you said, I don't hang out with musicians, so I can't be like, give me a beat. You know what I mean? It's like all I can do is play the piano part and say, oh, this is where the violin would be like, or whatever, you know what I mean? So I get what you're saying. It is a great way to get what's in here out.
Right.
So I think
I'm
is a
sorry
good thing.
that detracts from real artists and what they do, because I know that it does. I know that it does.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't have a cellist living next door. I don't have a percussionist that lives across the street.
Right.
And that's why I do appreciate musicians. I know you guys get together multiple times a night. You practice all the time.
Fun times.
You practice all the time, and you put your heart and your soul into it, and that's appreciated. And I hope that you all make it and go far.
I do
Me,
too.
like I said, I'm
as
just
a musician and a songwriter. I I understand the blood, sweat, tears, all the soul, the emotion that goes into it. Not to mention the hours if you remix. Not to mention the money you spend on the equipment in order to bring it to life. You know, and it's just...
Yes, and that's another great point. You guys also have to bear such expenses.
Yep.
And I feel bad for that. Some of you may have worked months to go buy that first guitar.
They're not cheap.
And I have absolute $0, and other than the price of the laptop, which I actually bought
Right.
for her.
He took it over.